Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to sit down with you guys and kind of talk about how to romanticize summer, how I'm gonna be doing it, and how you guys can too. Because listen, fall is my favorite season ever. I love it so much, and so every year during summer my mind is literally on fall, just thinking about how fall is the next season. And I really it upsets me because I also really love summer, and so I just want to stay in the summer mindset and be able to romanticize it and just enjoy summer, and then when fall comes that'll be great too. But I just want to really enjoy summer and actually romanticize it this year, and so this is exactly how I'm going to do that this year. So my tip number one would be to have an inspiration person or character or show. So for me personally, it is the YouTuber Annalise. I feel like she always does the best summer vlogs. She has the best summer content. If summer was a person, it would be her. And so I love rewatching her videos during the summer. I love trying to wake up every day and be like, okay, what would she do today? You know what I mean? And that could be a TV show, because you could be wanting a Belly Conklin summer from The Summer I Turned Pretty. You could want a Stranger Things season 3 summer. You could want an H2O mermaid summer. I think it helps to have a person or a character that you're focusing on, and you wake up every day thinking what that character or person would do, and it kind of helps you get into that mindset a little bit. And I feel like this is a little tricky sometimes because you don't want to compare yourself, and especially with a real person like Annalise, it sometimes gets tricky, and sometimes I have to step back and be like, okay, we're trying to have a fun summer the way that she does it. We're not trying to compare ourselves, because I could easily be like, okay, yeah, but she has a giant pool, she has a huge backyard, she's stunning, she is the definition of summer. But I don't want to compare myself. I'm just trying to step into the mindset of this person, and that's all it really is, because these people and these characters have captured that summer essence very well, and so you're just trying to kind of feed off of that. And then another thing that you could do is you could literally just make a Pinterest board and take your inspiration from there, because there are so many good pictures on Pinterest that do just as well as picking a character or a person. And so that kind of leads me into step number 2, which would be to make a vision board. And I'm going to be doing this for each month of summer, because in my head June, July, and August are very different versions of summer. So for me, June will be Annalise, July will be Stranger Things season 3 because it's very 4th of July-esque, and then August will be Folklore by Taylor Swift, because I feel like each of those each month has its own vibe. And so each month I'm gonna make a different Pinterest board. And so this is my June Pinterest board. I just made this in my recent video, so if you want to watch that, that's there. But the goal is to just go on Pinterest, just find pictures that have the same vibe of what you're going for that month, represent your goals, just stuff like that, that just remind you of that month. And then step 3, very important one, is the content that you consume, because the content that you consume is very much going to make or break the mindset that you are in. And so there are so many TV shows, so many movies that have that summer feeling, or that take place during the summer, and I've already named a few: The Summer I Turned Pretty, Stranger Things season 3, H2O, there's Aquamarine, The Parent Trap. Those are just some of my favorites, but I will put a list here of more that I've personally seen. I haven't watched a lot of things, you guys. I don't watch a lot of movies or TV shows. These are just the ones that I have seen, but there are so many out there, so many more recommendations that are really, really good, and I plan on watching more too, because I need to. I really want to do that this summer. It's one of my summer goals to watch more movies and TV shows, especially the iconic ones, because I haven't seen a lot of movies. I'm not gonna get into that now, but I haven't watched a lot of iconic movies, and so that's one of my summer goals. And then books. If you're a reader, or if you're not, I would definitely recommend getting into reading. And I actually just uploaded this video onto my reading channel with all of my summer book recommendations and my summer TBR as well. And so there are so many books that do it really well, capture that summer feeling very, very well, and I talk about all of them in that video. So if you're a reader, or if you're not, if you're trying to look into getting into reading and you want the perfect summer book, I would definitely go check out my other video. And then lastly, music. Music is huge, because music, you play it while you're at the beach, the pool, working out, doing stuff around the house, literally whatever. If you're tanning, you're probably listening to music, and music again can put you right into that setting. And I feel I mean, really any like energetic music, really any like pop kind of music. I feel like country is probably good. I don't listen to country, but country is probably a good one for summer as well. So my favorite albums to listen to during the summer, literally this is just off the top of my head, but I will put more here if I think of any, but Speak Now, Lover, Folklore, Teenage Dream, Short and Sweet, like these are just like, I feel like really good summer albums. And there's like specific songs too that really remind me of summer, like Cruel Summer, Deja Vu, Love Grows, that's a good one, that's a good one. There's so many more songs and stuff, but making a summer playlist that you can always go back to is so fun. And that's an activity you can do too, just sit down one day and make a summer playlist. And again, like I said, all the 3 months have different vibes to me, so I usually make a playlist for like the first 2 months of summer, like June and July, and then August gets its own playlist because then that's like folklore and that kind of like more chill kind of summer, like chill summer into fall kind of vibes. So I just think it's a really fun thing to not just like listen to, but also to like take the time to make that summer playlist as well. And then this one is kind of random, but the scents that you're consuming, like I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have a summer candle going right now. I got that one recently because I was only using like pumpkin and like vanilla cinnamon sort of candles, and I was like, wow, like I'm literally in the fall mindset. And like I said, fall is my favorite season, so it takes like no effort at all to make me be like, oh my gosh, fall. So a scent from a candle, like literally I was lighting those candles and I was like, oh my gosh, like it's fall soon. It was like March, so I ordered that one. It's called Meet Me in Miami. I got it from Bath and Body Works, and they have so many scents. I just got lucky with that one. I ordered it online and it kind of smells like almost like a rainstorm after a day at the beach. There's like a hint of like a sunscreen smell. It's really, really good. I really like that one. Like I would definitely repurchase that. But then also like the scents you use in the shower, your hand soaps, like just making sure that you're using more summery scents. Like it could be like a floral thing, it could be like strawberries, it could be something beachy, kind of like that. Peach scents are good. Just stuff that isn't pumpkin or cinnamon or anything that will remind you of a different season like fall. Okay, now moving on to hobbies slash activities. So these are really honestly just to get you off your freaking phone, because literally I feel like, I mean, I'm a victim of it as well. This thing is so bad. I am so bad with going on this constantly. It takes up so much time. I waste so much time sitting on this thing scrolling. Literally it's so bad. So the idea of all of these things that I'm about to list are to get you off your phone. So whatever that is, just get off your phone this summer, go outside, do any of these things. And these are just like hobbies. I wrote them all down. I literally made a list of just like whatever I could think of off the top of my head, but whatever you enjoy that's not on your phone, like please do. So I have painting, making bracelets, building Legos, paint by numbers. I actually just got this little paint by number set. I've never done one of these, but this one's so cute. It was $10 from Michael's, and I don't know, I might end up hating this because the little paint areas are really tiny. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm just like picturing myself sitting outside one day and just like doing this. And I don't know, I just love little crafts and stuff that get me off my phone and that I can do outside, and I just feel like that's gonna be perfect. You can go on a bike ride, you can journal, take photos, and vlog. I put take pictures and like vlog and stuff like that because if you're trying to like capture like really pretty aesthetic moments, you're almost like kind of creating those aesthetic moments, almost like you're putting more effort into finding beautiful things in real life, if that makes sense. Like if I'm going outside to, I don't know, take a picture of something, I don't know, like the sunset for example. Like I feel like if you're taking a picture of the sunset, then you're making the effort to go find something beautiful to take a picture of. Does that make any sense? I don't know. But then I also put vlog. Like you don't have to post these vlogs, or you can make a YouTube channel, or you can just make little video diaries. You can edit them on your phone. This obviously would get you to be on your phone, but it's an activity to do. You just film whatever you're doing, day in my life, get ready with me, any sort of vlog, and then you can edit it and just like share it amongst your friends or yourself, whatever. Like it's just like a fun way to document your life and sort of put more effort into your day because you're trying to capture it, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm explaining that really poorly, but. And then I have scrapbooking, swimming, writing. Look up some prompts online like we used to do for like the standardized test guess. Look up prompts to write about or just write your own story. You can clean, tan, have a self-care night, movie reviews, baking, cooking, board games, watch the sunrise and sunset. And those are all the ones that I have written down, but there are so many more. If you go into Pinterest or you just Google things to do during the summer to get you off your freaking phone, you'll find so many more things to do. Or going back to your inspo, if there's like this person or character that you're thinking of in your head, what do they do during the summer? Because I know that if they're in a TV show or something, you're not watching them sit on their phone for 2 hours. They're doing something. So maybe you try to look into what they do during the summer and maybe try to recreate that. And then lastly, I would say make a summer bucket list, make summer goals. It doesn't have to be like a super cute like big thing. My sister and I, we actually just made this like movie bucket list. It's not necessarily for summer, but it's just things that movies that we want to watch before this year ends. And so it could be something cute like this, or you could literally just write it down on a piece of paper and just make goals. Make a bucket list of things you want to do this summer. Again, this will give you like a purpose almost, and if you have an idea, if you have a plan of how you want your mindset to be and things you know you want to complete before summer ends, then I feel like you'll have more of a path and you won't be just sitting in your bed all day long. And I know that people have work and they have jobs, they have things to do, and so most of the time you're not just home 24/7. But like me personally, I make videos and that's pretty much what my life is. I do pet sitting and stuff like that too, but I'm mainly here in my room, and so it's going to be very, very important for me to make sure that I am not just rotting in my bed on my phone all day long. And this is just a reminder also, because I know not everyone can drive, not everyone has access to a pool or the beach or all of these things. That was kind of my idea when I listed all of those hobbies and activities, because I know not everyone has the privilege of going to a pool all the time all summer or going to the beach all summer. And also I do want to say Target, Walmart, literally Amazon, wherever you can find one, there are inflatable pools that are really, really great to just throw in your backyard. There have been so many summers, I think actually every summer for the past probably like 4 or 5 years, I've gotten an inflatable pool somewhere to put in my backyard, because I do have a community pool really close by, but my anxiety gets so bad and most of the time I have a really hard time actually getting myself to go to the community pool because there's always so many people there and my anxiety is really, really bad sometimes. So I just go in the backyard and I lay in a freaking inflatable pool, and it's great. You fill it up with your hose and it's awesome, and you tan, you have fun, you're by yourself, you could read, you could do anything, just lay there, and I feel like it's perfect. So that's just an idea as well if you don't have access to a pool or a beach or something. And I'll actually link a good one down below in case anyone is interested. And that's pretty much it for me. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you all have a great summer, and I'm gonna be trying my absolute 100% hardest to romanticize summer to the best of my ability, and I'm gonna be vlogging a lot of it. But again, just a reminder that like 70% of my summer will not be everything that I listed. It won't be like super, super fun going to the beach all the time, and I don't think it's realistic to assume that your summer should be that way too. I think it's just the idea of, like I said before, getting off your phone and making the most of the summer that you can, and trying to put a little bit more effort into having a good summer and doing more summer activities and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys so soon. Bye guys.